This is my first day, and this day inspired me a lot. And I had high expectation before I came to Africa, but even that, the result for a whole day today is better than I expected. And especially when I'm a very lucky person. In the past 18 years, in my apartment, I talked to 18 young people like me that we want to build up a company using internet to help doing business easier, to using internet to support every small business, support every young people, every woman, that if they have a dream, if they have some ideas, we will enable them to make their dream true and sell their products all over the world. That was year 1999 in my apartment. Well, very few people believe that, but we made it happen in only 18 years. I'm a very, very lucky person. And people say, have you ever learned business before? Have you done business before? Have you learned like MBAs? No, I have never learned any knowledge about how to do business. I never got even one day of training of computer. I still even to today, I don't know how computer works. A lot of people challenge me, how can you run such a big e-commerce company without knowing anything about the knowledge, without anything about the financing and marketing? And I say, this is because I know people. I know what people want. I know what people don't want. And this is where I learned that. I learned my experience of working with people when I was a student in the university. I was not a good student. That's why I really don't like a lot of good students. I'm always like among the 10 or 15, never got the number 1, number 2 in my class from primary school to university. I failed 3 times for the universities. And finally, I got into the university. I still tell myself, I spend more time. Not try to be the number 1, but try to be the number 1 person that can help and work with people. I was elected as the chairman of the Students' Union of my university, and later become the Students' Union, chairman of the Students' Union of whole our city. Our city has over 100,000 students, and I was the chairman of that university, of that union. My job is to work with the people, listen to the students, do what I can do. This I learned how to work with people, because at that time we don't have any money. All right? The only thing you want to win the respect is by supporting other people. And when I graduated, I learned a lot from my job, my first job. I was trained to be a high school teacher. And because I was supposed to be one of the best students in the school, so I was assigned to teach in university for 6 years. And I know one of the secrets of being a good teacher is always to finish class 5 minutes earlier. No matter how wonderful you teach, if you have 5 more minutes teaching, students don't like you. If you finish earlier, efficient, and teach the students and share with the students how to learn instead of putting all the knowledge in their mind, writing all the things on blackboard, you will never be popular. I was elected as one of the best teachers in the university. But one thing I learned from teachers later become a CEO is that a good teacher always expects his students to do better than him. The teacher wants his students to be good. I want this student be a banker, that be a mayor, that be a scientist. You don't want your students, this one bankrupted, that one in jail. You always expect your students to be better. This is what I learned when I become an entrepreneur. I always want to hire the good people who are smarter than I am, and always making sure that they are better than I am. They always hope that they're better than expected. And if you want them better, training them, disciplining them, supporting them. So I learned a lot. The I learned most is being a teacher. I call myself CEO, Chief Education Officer of the company. So in my life, I'm telling people my age. I'm 53. In my past years, I'm always a good student. Keep on learning. You don't have to be the best, but you have to know who is better than you are and work with him. And always be a good teacher. A good teacher is share the knowledge and expect the other people better than you are. So these are the qualities that I learned and to be a CEO. So go back to this campus is always what I want. I remember 1994, the day when I decided to leave college, go to do a business. My president said, why you want to go do something that called internet? There's no internet in China at that time. And why you want to? Because I said, President, I've been elected as the best teachers for university for 3 years. Everything I told my students are the things I learned from books. So if I go and build up something and then go back, I can be a better teacher. This is my original thinking. I never thought I would be rich. I asked my wife when I started my business, I say, do you want your husband to be a rich person or to be a person that be respected? She said, you will never be rich. She's right. Because nobody thought, my parents never thought I would be rich. Because I don't have a gene of being rich. So even to today, because it's true, my schoolmates, my classmates, my teachers, my parents, nobody thought I would be rich. This guy been failed for so many times. How can you be rich? I never thought I would be rich. Even to today, people say, Jack, you are one of the richest people in China, in the world. I think this is not my money. To me, it's just to think I'm living in a dream. When you have a 1 million, that's your money. When you have a 20 million, that's the problem. You have to think about the valuation. Where should I put the money? Invest in real estate or buy stocks or invest in VC. Most of them, they were gone. When you have more than $1 billion, that's the money belongs to the society. And people in the society trust that you can spend the money better than government. So they give you the money and do better. So I thought, I have the responsibility to spend the money better, more efficient. This is what I did. So my wife said, be a person that can be respected, not be a person that be rich. And this is all I want to do. And I'm sharing a lot of ideas with young people. How can you be successful? And how not to fail. And the third, how can be respected. I'm not a bad person respect. A lot of people in China don't like me because they say I destroy their business. I never destroy anybody's business. Normally people destroy themselves. If you want to be successful, you should have a high EQ. You know, IQ, EQ, and there's another called LQ, the Q of love. If you want to be successful, you must have a high EQ because a person with a high EQ knows how to work with the people, how to understand the people, how to support the people. And if you do not want to fail, normally a lot of people get rich quickly and losing money quickly because they don't have IQ. IQ is intellectual knowledge. You learn. When you have a good knowledge, you know where the knowledge, you will always pursue knowledge to protect your business, protect your people. And when you have high IQ, but the world is very fair. Most people have high EQ, normally have a low IQ. They don't want to learn because they're smart. They're street smart. They don't want to be academic. But a lot of people, very academic, high IQ, but they have a terrible EQ. We have seen a lot of in the university, any university in the world, right? The top one students normally have high IQ but terrible EQ. But they never feel they got disappointed. But even if you have a high EQ and IQ, you made a lot of money, you made a fortune, or you be successful, you become a government person or whatever. But you may not be respected because you don't have a high LQ. The LQ is care for others. Love the others. Respect the future. Respect the young people. So these are 3 Qs that I think we need to have. So when you're a student, spend more time taking care of the other people. Join the activities that helping people. And spend time on learning. I think this is very, very critical. And I would say that people like me, I'm from nobody. My father was pretty poor. My father and mother, the pay when I was young, their pay put together is $6 a month. 6, no more than, the best of time is $8. They have to feed 4 people. My grandfather, no job, me, my brother, and my sister. It was tough. And even if I failed so many times, one thing I want to tell you is that failure does never stop me and trained me. A lot of people failure and then they complain, oh my God, nobody helped me. I don't have this. Why those people don't help me? Why cannot borrow money from the banks? Why I'm not born in a Bill Gates family? People have a lot of stupid complaints. I have these stupid complaints. All the complaints today young people have, I have them. I had them. I complain Bill Gates, I complain Microsoft, Oracle, all these companies taking all of our jobs because we don't have a chance. And later I found complaint does not work. I learned from mistake why people should help you. Who are you? Why people should help you? Nobody help you, that is very common. People help you, that is uncommon. Those people give you the help. Think about, this is the trust. This is how you did well in your EQ. Because you care for people. Because you have something good, then people start to help you. I was rejected for so many times, as I said this morning. Over 30 jobs applied for rejected. I applied for a KFC. 24 people, classmates went there together. 23 accepted. I was rejected. 5 people went for police, for a job in police. 4 people accepted. I was failed. And my cousin and I waited for a 2 hours long queue to be the waiter of the 4-star hotel in my city. In a very, very hot day. My cousin's score was much lower than mine. He was accepted, and I was rejected. So, is it fun? No, not fun at all. It's very painful. But I get used to it. Everybody, remember, you have to get used to failure. If you cannot get used to failure, just like a boxing, if you cannot get used to be hit, how can you win? So I get used to that. And today, I'm sharing experience with a lot of entrepreneurs. I've got a Hubei University training entrepreneurs. The thing we teach the entrepreneurs are different from Harvard MBA. The MBA teach everybody successful stories. When you read too many successful stories, people got it crazy. I can be successful. When you share a lot of failure stories, you learn. So when I start Alibaba, I give failure stories, cases to every of my colleagues. Let them read it. Let them we discuss. No matter how smart you are in your business, in your way, you will make the same mistake again and again. The way we share the failure story, not want you to avoid mistakes, is teach you how to face the mistakes when you're in trouble. So as young people, in our life, there is always opportunity. There is always chance. There is always a failure. The thing is how you survive from failure. When you're rejected, how you survive from that. This is how I learned. Even to today, people say, Jack, you are probably one of the most influential people. Anything you want to do, you can do it. No. A lot of people cannot do. A lot of things. I failed. And I worry much more than I was 1995, or worry much more when I 1999 when I built up my company. Because at that time, I only take care for 18 people. Today, we have, in our company, 56,000 people. And today, in our company, when we start to do business, I tell you this, the interesting story. How can I do e-commerce? Because 1999, year 2001, nobody believed that they can buy and sell things online. Nobody trusted. You don't have money, you don't have a credit rating system, you don't have a payment, you don't have logistics, you don't have internet. The internet speed was so slow. But look at Kenya. When I arrived yesterday, the speed, oh my God, I have never seen such a luxury speed. Much better than America. But I bet a lot of people still complain the speed. Right? Because those people love to complain. They complain all their lives. The speed was bad, nothing. The government is not ready. And sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, if the government did not know what's going on, it's the opportunity. If your people around you does not agree with you, that's the opportunity. If everybody love it, if everybody want to do it, there's no opportunity for you because the other people are smarter than you are. So I would say nobody trust internet. And I told 18 founders, I say, I believe internet will be the future. I believe China will have e-commerce. Because they say, then there is no payment. We say, let's build the payment. And they say, there's no logistic. Let's build the logistic. And there's no government support. Let's say, it's good. They will support someday. Taobao, year 2003. Very interesting. I have 7 people. I say, guys, tomorrow we're going to launch the Taobao. But we don't have anything to sell. Can you go back home and search for something so we can list it on our site with the people to come to buy? Everybody came back. 7 people. We gathered 21 products. We listed on the website. We waited for 72 hours. Nobody come to buy. So we buy among ourselves. Testing the products. And then several weeks later, somebody come to sell. Because nobody want to buy, people come to sell, list something. We buy all the things. For the first 2 weeks, we bought, 2 months, we bought all the garbage. Full of because we want to making sure something that you can buy and sell. From that day to last year, we sold 550 billion US dollars. That is ranking 21 countries GDP-wise in the world. We are a little bit bigger than Argentina. We created more than 33 million jobs for China. By the way, Minister, we have delivered over 65 million packages per day. 65 million packages per day all over China and the world. This thing, nobody believed it. We did not believe it. I thought internet would be big, but I never thought it would be that big. But say, guys, it was big compared to yesterday, but compared to tomorrow, future, it is tiny. I believe 80% to 90% of the business in the future will be online. Today we call people entrepreneurs. Many years later, we call netrepreneurs because everybody has to be online, called the net entrepreneurs. Today you can only sell in Nairobi. You're a good, successful person here, but in the future, if you cannot sell your products all over Africa, if you cannot sell things across the countries, you're not a business people. The world is changing very fast. And I'm not scaring you guys. I worry about the new technology. This is the third technology revolution that a human being face. The first technology revolution takes about 50 years. Second, 50 years. This is 50 years. We're going to have another 30 years, which is very important. The first technology revolution caused World War I. Second technology revolution caused World War II. And this is the third technology revolution. The first technology revolution reduced the human energy. So we know human are not as strong as machine. The second technology revolution released the distance, speed of human beings. So we know we can never run faster than trains. This technology revolution released the human brains. So don't be scared. Machine will be smarter than we are. And imagine, past 20 years, we make people like a machine. In the future, we'll make machine like a people. And data, internet, artificial intelligence, machine intelligence, all the things coming up, the world is facing big challenges. A lot of jobs that we think 5 years later it will be great jobs, or it's going to disappear. And this is the challenge to the world. But this is also the opportunity of the world. I think change is the best opportunity. People complaining is the best opportunity. A company, if you want to be successful, is not how much you are. We got how much money you have. Because we see so many companies have so much money, they are not necessarily can survive. It's what problem you can solve for the world. One of the things I want to share with you that my specialty of as a CEO of the company, I always think about the future. I think about what the world will look like, what China will look like, what my neighbors will look like, what's the problem they will have in 5 or 10 years. If this is the problem that's going to happen to China, if this is the problem that's going to happen to my customers, if this is the problem to my neighbors, if I can fix that, if I can prepare now, 5 years later, I will be a successful person. Think about the future. Do not think about, if I do this, I'm going to be very successful. No, if I do this, I can solve a lot of problems at that time. That is the value that we bring. The world is challenging. And a lot of people complain, where's the opportunity? Opportunity always exists in the place where people complain. When people complain, think about, how can I solve it? If I can solve it, I have the chance. And where's the opportunity? When change comes, that's the opportunity. If there's no change, big business, rich people, powerful people, always there. Think about how internet can solve Kenya problem, how internet can solve the African problems. Internet, I don't think any small business, any young people in Africa, you have a few opportunities to sell your things across the other country. Only big companies have. So I think this is the greatest opportunity we have. And I think, as I say, people hate globalization. People don't like global trade. I like globalization. I'm a strong believer of globalization. But unfortunately, last 20 years, globalization was controlled by 60,000 big companies. Most of the young people, small business, women, developing countries don't have this chance. But internet comes, this will change. This is what I believe. I use the internet to empower everybody. So I would say that we are lucky people. We are lucky because we're entering into a very, very interesting period. And I would say that Africa has the most. I'm not coming here trying to inspire you. I'm coming here to tell the truth that this morning I found Africa has much more opportunity because you have young people. You have the whole world